Let's go back to around 3 years ago, to the start of Empires SMP. Now, this server features plenty of familiar faces that you may see in MCC. Joe Smallish Beans, Scottish Major, the Codman that is Jimmy Solidarity, and many more. Also the members is one of the dedicated players in Minecraft, from building to experiences in hardcore. And he is really a hilarious man indeed. With connections from Empires and other servers in the past, years later, he finally debuted in MC Championship to play with his friends. This is the analysis and telling of MythicalSausage's Hall of Fame story. If you have been in the hardcore Minecraft space as well as the SMP community led to what I've mentioned, you may have heard of MythicalSausage, a dedicated building player who has various hardcore playthroughs in his hands, as well as SMPs in his hands as well, including Sauce Block, Legacy SMP, the popular Empires SMP, and recently in SOS, or Fripp SMP as Fripp calls it in the beginning. With interactions and connections on those SMPs alone, as his chemistry in the event, it is a matter of time that he is in MC Championship, which he did in MCC 31, with Fire Breathman, Carl Colwis, and CPK in the same team. Two of which are in a different side of the Minecraft community, which can be relatively scary to some people if they have faced that, well, a different side for the first time. But hey, it is what it is in the event scene. I managed to adapt to that pretty well at the start of the event, getting to know people and meeting new people along the way. However, one thing that is noticeable right off the bat at the beginning of his journey is, well, shaking and panicking in the first few games. Now, it is perfectly normal for some people to have shivers or shaking like that. Like, especially if you're in the real deal tournament for the first time, or that you're doing too well, like, George Soros in Hole in the Wall, for example. And to combat this, simply is that you have to be in more events, or practice more, but also with that adding on pressure into it to make it feel like the real deal. Because if you don't apply pressure and just chill and calm, you will still like shake a lot, something like that. And it is also human nature in a way where you just shake a lot when it comes to like those scenarios and such. This also doesn't help either that Sausage may not be as skilled as other people in his team, as well as his opponents, which causes him to not perform well as some people may think, which again, to be expected as a newcomer. And it also doesn't help either that he doesn't have too much resources to practice more and more, as he has only 2 days of MCC Island before it closes for the open beta prep, and the practice server, which literally almost to nobody uses that server for practicing in MCC anymore, apart from like some people. Back to the event though, he continues to get used to the atmosphere of MCC, with nerves being more calmed throughout the event. It also helps him a lot in his favor with more games that are more focused on working as a team in the latter half. At the end, he finished in 39th, which can be considered as not good to some, but if he have fun, then that is already great. Prioritizing fun is better than trying hard and being sad at the end if you don't perform well. His best performing type of games in this event is in team heavy games, like in Sands of Time and more. And for Sands of Time, he has a key role as a Sandkeeper himself, which is a good start to his time in MCC, especially playing to help the team in sort of way. Overall, hey, not a bad start at all. So then came MCC 32, with Joe Smallish Beans, Orange Juice, and Kratzy. Now, with MCC Island back up and running, before and after that event, he had a chance to play some MCC games with friends and practice some areas that he may not be good at. Which in a broader picture helped with his individual placement at the end, as well as some games like Parkour Warrior for example, where he finished the game, or Rock the Speed Rush with better placements from him. This was his goal at the beginning as well for MCC 32, is to perform better than the last time. Despite that though, there's a difference when you compared MCC 31 to this particular event. Well, that difference is the competitive nature and some chemistry clash within the team. In MCC 31, the team he is on got on pretty well. But in MCC 32, there are some moments that are weird. Like in Sands of Time, where sand was a problem. And throughout the event, there were a lot of orange juice and Kratzy speaking, with some bits of Sausage and Joe, which can mean that they may not be too comfortable with each other yet in the team. This is one of the chemistry clashes that happen in MC Championship, about it not being, well, too extreme, like MCC 24 Green or MCC 26 Red. While having fun and doing well are great, having a good team synergy is also the key as well. In this case for this team, Sausage may be afraid to speak up in certain scenarios, possibly due to lack of experiences and skills, which also leads to the lack of confidence in speaking up in intense situations in those games that he played in 32. And to give a benefit of doubt, this often happens when you are working with strangers, or in this case, for MCC, teaming with people who you may have not met before or just recently met like 2 hours ago or a couple of days ago. As you have more experiences in the skills you have or the fields you are in, if you meet people in those similar sense, you will be able to adapt more comfortably and have more confidence in yourself. Again, as I said with the previous RL LinkedIn, it is human nature after all, and it is completely fine. At the end, all it matters is that he had fun, and he did in MCC 32. So what now? Well, he has not returned to MCC since MCC 32, but one thing is for sure, is that he sometimes appear on his friends' streams of MCC Island, like in Jingle Jam MCC Island Bingo event for example. So hey, he is still interested in the MCC space, and as he said at the end of MCC 32, these two events are baby steps towards getting good at the games in MCC and in Minecraft in general. And with his baby steps, there are still potentially more to come from him, and we can't wait for more of him in the future. Next up in the Hall of Fame, who would it be? Is it Blushy? Is it Scar? Or is it Gucky? We shall see next time. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hall of Fame. Even though he's in two events, hey, there's always something to talk about. Shout out to one of the person who left a comment in Evolution 5 where I mentioned like the team chemistry. Left out that comment that sparked that conversation a bit that I just made. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully everything is back to normal. Not really. I have college projects to do. I haven't started some. Oh god, panicking. Alright, there you guys. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Keep on watching Duechayapol.